Hey guys, welcome back to Do It Live, and I have a new video for you guys today. I want to start a new series called Time to Buy. So, as you know, with video games, there's new generations every 4 or so years, and the generation before that starts to die down in popularity. Right now, the PS4 and the Xbox One are the current generation, and the last generation, PS3 and Xbox 360, are getting phased out. PS3's just stopped being made, so now it's time to buy. So, to be quite honest, PS3s have been unpopular for quite some time since the new PS4s have come out, and even new generation PS4 has been released, the Slim and the Pro, that either increase the performance of the PlayStation 4 or reduce its overall size. And that means good things for you guys as collectors, or some of you people who are just getting into gaming and looking to get a big library. PlayStation 3 still has a lot of great games. It uses HDMI and HD, so you can still play it on those nice 1080p flat screen TVs and still have a really great time if you don't care that much about the latest and greatest graphics. The gameplay is still there. There's a lot of good stories to divulge in, so now's the time to buy. I've been noticing that PlayStation 3 games are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper for video game stores and even people who want to get rid of them. So lately, I've been seeing a trend on Kijiji and Craigslist that people are getting rid of huge amounts of games and just trying to make a quick buck on them to try and go and get the next generation game like PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. So there's been a lot of people trying to get rid of those systems, but even stores are trying to get rid of them. I've been trying to trade in some of my old PS3 games that I'm not interested in or that I have doubles of in my collection. And I've been noticing that even video game stores don't even want to take them in or offer much for them. Maybe downwards of $2 or less. It's quite surprising. So don't trade them in, keep them, and start collecting more if you're into that sort of stuff. Or if you have a backlog of games or games that you never got to experience in the past, now's the time to go out and get them. So let's start with video game stores. So I have a favorite video game store here in Toronto, and what they've been doing is you buy one game valued at $10 or more and get two games that are worth $5 to them, or that they charge for $5 for free. That's insane because some game stores consider AAA titles to be $5 games, and I'll show you an example. So this was my small but sweet haul from that video game store. It's called Game Center, and so I'll show you what they considered $10 or more and what they considered $5 or less. So this game, Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3, is actually worth more than $15, but I got lucky and they were asking $15 for it. And the two games that I got for free, which they considered $5 games, was God of War Collection and then the Origins Collection. This actually includes two games on each. They're both remasters of either PS2 games or PSP games, so you can play the entire God of War series on your PlayStation 3. Great games, lots of story, lots of hours to be put into this. This is at least 40 hours or more combined, but see what is considered $5 nowadays. Like, you can sink tons of hours into these, try to get platinums on them if that's your sort of thing. And this was considered $5, this was considered $5. Even at $5, they're pretty worth picking up. So, for $15, I got three really great games, and that's the sort of deals that are happening right now. You'll see buy one, get two free, buy one, get one free, all that sort of stuff. And even big stores like EB Games and GameStop are clearing out their PlayStation 3 games. So, boom. That's the sort of thing that you're going to start finding. BlazBlue is considered a $10 game, and then you have Batman Arkham City and Killzone 3, which Killzone 3 is not everyone's favorite, but the Batman Arkham games have been really good. This is just a fighting game that I like, but look what you can get. Pretty much 3 games for $10 or $3 each. And lastly, Skyrim, which is being remade 10 times over, and still being played on latest consoles. This was $10. These two games are $5 games. Boom. There's God of War 3. I now own pretty much the entire God of War series. And that was $10 right there. So that's a video game store for just about $35, I got this stack of games. And they're all quality games. that I'm going to enjoy for quite some time. Pawn shops, there was buy one game, get one free. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 was $7. I got, I forgot what it was, one of the Assassin's Creed collections for free. So 2 games for $3. Now, this is where you get to the juicy part. So, as a collector, I like to just browse Kijiji or Craigslist once in a while when I'm bored, or maybe I'm watching something on the side just to fill my time. And I'll show you a couple collections that I got and what I got in them, and really what makes it worth starting to collect these now, if at all. If you're going to collect them, now's the time to do it. If you want to play some good games, now's the time. So, I think it was about $55 or $60, I don't remember. This is Canadian, by the way. US is totally different. So for $50 or $60 Canadian, I got this entire stack of games right here. Normally I wouldn't take the camera off the pedestal, off the tripod, but I just had to show you guys exactly what we were getting, and I'll, show them quickly on camera. Insane amount of games. Definitely some games that are worth sinking your time into, but I'll show you quickly. NHL 11, not really worth anything. It's a sports game. That's fine. You're bound to get some worthless games in there, but that's okay. Assassin's Creed 2. Yep, I don't want to do this. Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. BioShock 2. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. All games that are now not very much worth anything, but still you can sink some hours into them. They still have campaigns and stuff that you can do. Crisis 2, Collector's Edition, Enemy Territory Quick Wars, I don't really know much about it. Grand Theft Auto 4 is not worth much at all, but still, look at all these games that I'm getting. I think that's about 25 or 30 games, I'm not too sure to count it specifically, that I got for just around $50. Killzone 2, and pretty much whole collections here. By the way, Max Payne 3, like most of the Killzones are here. Metal Gear Solid 4. This person had 2 NHL 11s for some reason, not sure why. Rainbow Six Vegas, and the entire Uncharted collection, 1, 2, and 3. I know it's on PS4, it's a remastered collection, but if you don't want to upgrade to a PS4 yet and you still want to play these games, they're really cheap. They can be had for $5 or under now, even from EB Games and stuff like that, so definitely look into that. I don't know how many games that was, 5, 10, about 23 games, just over $2 each. Not bad, but what I just came back from, and I haven't even gotten to organize this yet, was I picked up 24 games from this kid and his dad for $45. $45 for 24 games. That's under $2 each. I'm not going to show you each individual game. That'll take forever. But check it out on the type of games that this guy had. These are all AAA titles. These were all $50 or $60 at launch. And just because it aged and it's for a system that's not desirable anymore, I got to pick them up for extremely cheap. But still a lot of good titles to be played. Mass Effect, tons of hours to sink into that. Even some recent titles are part of this list, like Grand Theft Auto 5. I got that for under $2. This game is still being played. There's a couple more. Fallout 3, whatever. Dishonored. I haven't played that yet. I think I have some doubles now because of this. Yeah, I do. And that other bunch I showed you, Assassin's Creed 2. There's Assassin's Creed 2 again. There's Grand Theft Auto 4 again. But Resident Evil, BioShock Infinite, blah, blah, blah. All of these games for under $2 each. Honestly, I'm going to trade some of them into my local game store to recoup the cost of that. And the rest is just free games pretty much. So, like I said, it really is a good time to go out and start picking up people's collections and going to your latest game store and seeing if there are any PS3 games that you never got to play in the past that you wanted to, that you can pick up for a cheap price. So I'm interrupting this video with, well, myself, to bring a quick update to the state of buying PS3 things. As I was making this video, I did message some people on Kijiji to see if I can get their stuff, and it really is the time to buy. So for $40, what I picked up was a slim PS3, the second slim, no sorry, the first slim model, not the second one, not the super slim with the top loader, but this one has the disc tray. Right? Pick that up. Came with 2 controllers, one white one, sick, one normal black one. They're both DualShocks. And, sorry, taking a little bit long to do this. And 4 games, decent games. Sonic Generations and the Rayman Origins are the good ones out of this. The Disney games don't matter too much. All of that for $40, man. And the greatest thing about this is that DualShock 3 controllers now trade at EB Games. I don't know about GameStop. For $23 trade-in, that's before tax, so you save the tax on top of that. And amazing. So I already made $6 on just these 2 controllers, making these games and the system essentially free. Now, obviously if I trade in the system somewhere, I get extra money, that's great. If I can trade these games for something, that's great as well. But even if I keep them, that's that's worth it in itself. I make $6 and I get 4 free games in the system. Not too shabby. If you like this video, hit that like button and get subscribed, as I do tons of videos like this, trying to save you guys money, keep you guys informed, and keep you up to date. As always, guys, do it live, because it's time to buy.